Hello, welcome back everybody. My name is Lizzie Luna and today's pick a card question is, what do people love most about you? So we have 4 piles here. We have pile 1 with Agate star with a nice little druzy. We have pile 2 with an Ocean Jasper heart. So pretty. Pile 3 with Agate crescent moon. Pile 4 with a Celestite heart. So pretty. Okay, so if you need any more time, feel free to pause the video. And there will be timestamps down below. But the way you choose it is you just think about it. Think about the question, what do people love most about you? And then you let your eyes just naturally gravitate to one of the 4 piles. So, starting with pile number 1. What do people love most about you? All right. So we have the 9 of Pentacles, Queen of Wands, the Star, Sapphire, the Wasp, the Owl, Apotholite, and an affirmation. Okay, so starting off with the 9 of Pentacles. So right here I see this is like typically the happily single card. So you don't have to be single, but people love how self-sufficient and confident you are. You don't need somebody else's validation to make you feel good, right? Like it obviously feels good to get compliments, but like you're self-sufficient, you have your finances in order, or you have a good self-esteem, self-worth, you have a lot of confidence. You enjoy life and people love to enjoy it with you. So you like to share the wealth with others. And as much as you like to give, you also love to receive. And that gives you like a high sense of self-worth, right? And people can see that and they gravitate towards that. And then we also have the Queen of Wands. So what I see here is someone so self-assured in their own personal power. Like she doesn't have to flex her worth, you know, she doesn't have to like wave her arms around and say, hey, this is what I want. Like she's there on her throne and she knows that she's gonna get what she wants when she wants it. She's not in a hurry. There's a sense of confidence here. So people love your ambition, natural confidence, and self-worth. And since this is like a wand card, it's also associated with like a fiery energy, creativity. So you put that spark into other people's lives, as well as your own. So you could be a really creative person, or you just naturally exude like inspiration, just by being yourself and your own personal power. And then we also have the Star. So what people love about you is like your sense of hope. Like you have a lot of star quality, and this makes you kind of dreamy, like a very dreamy person. And in this card it says, or it doesn't say anything, but she's like bathing, right? She has like one pitcher of water on her head and then another one giving back to the earth. So as they love how you nurture yourself, but also the others around you. You know, you're not a selfish person. You see the bigger picture, and you're able to heal the world through, you know, how you take care of yourself and inspire others to take care of themselves. So then we also have the Wasp. It says anger, retaliation, and jealousy. So what I see here is that because maybe of your star power, you're a really valuable person, right? Like you have a high sense of self-worth and you're really confident and creative. Like people might get jealous of that, but it doesn't matter to you. People like might like send you words that sting, you know, but like or be jealous or insecure, but like you'll cut them right out, you know. You'll just like, you don't want to, but if need be, if pushed to, they know that you can like fend for yourself in just one move, you know, because like the wasp just stings you and then goes away and does his thing. But it's like, yeah, people don't want to mess with you. They know, like, despite how loving you are, how open you are, like they know that you can take care of yourself too. And then we have the owl here. So it says deception and wisdom. So like what I see here is that like maybe you're a bit of a strategist, and like looks aren't everything, right? So like what you've been through and how you express yourself is like a very like calculated way, you know, because the owls only come out at night to go eat and do whatever it is they need to do for, you know, to live. But like, they're very efficient with their energy, and like, they don't like speak, like they're not very talkative or, you know, very show-offy. They do what they need to do, and they're very, very calculated about it. So that's how maybe other people see you as well. There's a lot of wisdom with the way you carry yourself. And then we also have Sapphire here. So this is like September birthstone, but it says regenerate your body. So maybe it says Sapphire heals and purifies, regenerates your body. It also has the ability to soothe your mind, calm your nerves, and release emotional pain. So this is the effect that you have on other people. Like, it's a very healing way to be. Like, you soothe people and you help them like move to the next step in their life, and it causes a lot of harmony with your interactions with them. So then we also have Apotholite here. It says Apotholite acts like a teleportation device to places transcendent, often sourced from enchanted India, birthplace of Tantra, Yoga, Naga Champa. Apotholite clears skepticism, cynicism, and logic from the spiritual path. So it says beam yourself way up. So like, maybe this is how people see you, as like a facilitator, like a transporter of like a catalyst of growth, you know, like a means to an end. And like, you help them get to the point of wherever it is they want, you know, like you cut to the chase. You're like, okay, like we can go about this so many different ways, but yeah, like you always help people get to where they need to be. So like, that's really helpful. And then to end it off, it says, my happiness is a direct reflection of my level of faith into the universe. So like, people just see you as like, you know, like we have the faith, the word faith again, and this reminds me of the card, the star. Like, there's a lot of optimism that people see about you and the way you carry yourself, and that makes, like, they notice like how happy you are because you are following your life path, and it inspires others to do the same. So I hope that resonates. I'm gonna be moving on to pile number 2 now, and this one has Ocean Jasper. So this is Ocean Jasper heart, so pretty. So the question is, what do people love most about you? So we have Judgment, we have the Knight of Cups, we have the Eight of Swords in reverse, we have the Merlin, Aqua, an affirmation, and a crystal card, and it's Jet. All right, so I'm gonna move that here. So with the Judgment, you're really, like, people love that you're a really good judge of character. You stay non-biased, you stay objective in most situations, and people love how wise you are because of it. They can see you as like someone who's like spiritually awake, or just really experienced in life, and they love how accepting you are. This makes you really wise, and because in the growth process to like our lives, in order for us to like move forward in a productive way, in a meaningful way, we must surrender the past in order to move forward. And this makes you a really forgiving person, and people love that about you. People love, like, no matter how many things you've been through, you still transcend it all, and like you like teach others about it. So then we have the Knight of Cups in reverse. So people might see you as like a perfectionist or an idealist, like for sure a dreamer, but they love that about you because like it doesn't matter like how many about the odds. Like if you want to create something, like the odds don't matter as long as you think it's possible, as long as you know that even there's a small chance that this might happen, like you stay focused on it. You're like, I'm gonna hope for the best, despite the odds. So like people love how much of a dreamer or how much you idealize certain aspects of life, and that makes you like kind of an optimist, right? But it doesn't always work out, but it's just like it doesn't matter because like you always want to believe in the best in people and yourself in other situations. And like maybe people see you as like naive because of it, but like it doesn't matter to you because like you know what you're trying to create and your intentions behind it. And then we have the Eight of Swords in reverse. So you're able to like help others like release the constructs of like their mental obstacles, right? Sometimes we get into situations where we impose all these self-limiting beliefs and obstacles in our path, you know, that only we put ourselves under. And like, we can't see it because we're in the situation, stuck in our head, you know, like, oh, I'm trapped, I don't know what to do. But you help others like release that blindfold that, you know, this crow has on. And like that blindfold, who knows who put that on there, right? But like, you can just remove it and then see like, oh, I can fly out of here. So like, you help people see past their own limitations, right? And like, you inspire others to be aware of the possibilities that they have in life. So then we also have this aqua card. People love like how chill you are. It's funny though, because we also have like the Ocean Jasper, so like there's an ocean theme here for sure. It says aqua creates a state of serenity, tranquility, and peace by soothing your mind and calming your nerves. So there's a lot of patience, faith, and acceptance associated with this card, you know, like you think of the ocean and it's just like the ebb and flow to life, and you help people like release those tides of change and those waves of uncertainty into something more soothing and calming. And then we also have Merlin. It says alchemy, justice, and balance. So like this one I associate with the judgment card, like you make magic out of like circumstances, and you turn really maybe would-be negative situations into something really constructive and like magical. Like you remind people of like the transformative power that they all have within themselves, and like they love that about you. So then we also have, in any moment I can surrender to the powerful presence of love through prayer, contemplation, and stillness. So you're just like, the way people see you is that you do surrender the past in order for you to like love fully and like love other people fully in this present moment. And like that makes you really present. Like this makes you very approachable. And then it says, I'm unapologetic about what I desire and trust that I will focus on will grow. So despite the odds, you know, despite like your dreamer mentality, you're like, it doesn't matter how small the odds are, it's going to happen. Like, I'm going to nurture what I want to happen in life. So they love your idealism. And then also we have the Jet card here. So it says, earthy and grounding, this true black mineraloid variety of coal is an ancient fossilized driftwood. It says when to use it. When asking for guidance from elsewhere, think seance, guided meditation, hardcore tarot session. Jet can take the edge off of high vibe stones like moldavite and serpentine, and is a wise old friend to bring you a +1 wherever your triggers are, to sure be on the guest list. It says calm your space. So they see you as like a really calming presence, and just like really grounded, you know, like despite, you know, what's going on in your life, like you stay calm, you know. It's like, so you're just like not affected or swayed as easily when others might be with like in a stressful situation. So like they love how grounded you are. So I hope this resonates. I hope that made sense to you, or it helped you out in some way. We're going to be moving on to pile 3 now with the Agate moon. So pretty. Nature is beautiful. Okay, so what do people love most about you? We have the King of Wands, the Devil, the Sun, the Cow, partnership, Rose, black tourmaline, and 2 affirmation cards. Okay, so starting with the King of Wands. People love like how much of a leader you are, just like a natural born leader. Like it doesn't take much for you to like sway others, because you always like keep the bigger picture in mind, and like you stay calm, and you're like always, for the most part, stable. Like you create a sense of stability for yourself and others. And what else? You stand strong, you know, like you don't have to be popular or like have other people agree with you in order for you to be sure of yourself. So like you're self-assured, and also even in the face of adversity. So that like makes you confident, and you're also mature, and people love that about you. Then we have the Devil card here. So like what people love most about you is that you're tempting to them. You're like a forbidden fruit. Maybe people become like, you're so lovable that like people like lust after you, or like they just find your energy addicting, right? They're just like, I can't get enough. I can't get enough. I want more. I want more. And like, that's, you know, not exactly like the best, but at the same time, it's like, yeah, people love you and they can't help it. So, then we have the Sun. So this is like the happiest card in the tarot. You provide a sense of clarity and optimism for others. Like they love how connected you are to like your inner child, and like how much just what fun loving you like of a character you are. Like you have like a lot of innocence and you radiate joy, and like there's a sense of vitality to anything you do, and people are just like they flock towards it, you know. They're like, oh, I want some more, I can't get enough of it, you know. It just feels like you just feel like a warm beam of sunlight, like after like a cold winter day, you know. You're just like that sense of relief, like oh okay, they're here now, life is good, you know. There's just like a sense of warmth that you add to people's lives, and like that's so valuable, you know. That I can see how like that would be addicting, right? To just be so like full of love and life and joy that like people can't help but be like, I want more. And then we have Rose. So it says attract a relationship. So rose is the color of romance, deep love and affection that assists with opening the heart and attracting a healthy relationship into your life. So like, you know, the rose always has thorns, but like such beauty has to like protect itself, right, in order for it to not just be trampled over or used and abused. So like people see how delicate and like, well, not maybe delicate, but like how precious your love is, right? But like they understand also that you have boundaries, and like they love that you, as much as you love yourself and love others and you like radiate joy and like you're like a blessing into people's lives, they also understand and respect your boundaries. So they love that you have boundaries because they know that that's what it takes to have a healthy and balanced relationship with you and others, and like they totally respect you for that. And then we have the Cow, nourishment, abundance, asking and receiving. So like they see you as like a really giving person. Like you nourish people's souls, and like your energy just on itself like creates a sense of abundance, and like it's just like it's a two-way street as well, though. It's not just like you giving to people, like they love to give as much as you give to them. So it's very reciprocal, like most of your relationships and like with people, and like they love how balanced you are because of it. And like maybe you're just really good with people, because we have this partnership card here, and then we have like the rose card that says attract a relationship. So like maybe you are in a relationship, but like you're just so easily like, people love to like partner up with you, not just like in a romantic setting, but like you're easy to work with, and you're very balanced, and you see, you know, you weigh out the pros and cons to things. So like people love to like collaborate with you because of it, because you're so balanced and fair. And it says joy is the ultimate creator. So like maybe you love creating, and like you bring a lot of joy into people's lives because you're so creative and you add so much joy through this, and it just radiates from you. And then it says the moment I realign with love, clear direction is presented to me. So they just see you as like someone who's sure of themselves, clear of the direction that you're going into life, and like they love that about you. And then we have black tourmaline for the crystal card. It says, grounding black tourmaline is a slightly magnetized semi-precious gemstone with a reputation for protecting a delicate psyche from the case of the crazies and establishing powerful energetic boundaries between you and all the zombies out there. Interesting. Okay, so it says when to use it. Anytime you take a public transportation, find yourself in a crowd, or hear that sucking sound of a coworker, family member, malignant demon taking more from you than they are giving back, protect your light. So like this reminds me of the boundary card with the rose, because like despite what a like gift you are in other people's lives. Like they know that you have boundaries, and they know that you like won't take anyone's crap, and like, yeah, like they, despite what a like powerful presence you are, they know to respect you. So like they love that self-respect that you carry yourself with. So I hope that makes sense. I hope that resonates, or that it helped you out in some way. I'm going to be moving on to pile 4 now. So the question is, what do people love most about you? We have this beautiful celestite heart. So pretty. I love crystals. Okay, so starting off with the Hermit. 3 of Swords in reverse, and 7 of Swords. We have apricot, disruption, risk, gray, an affirmation, and a crystal card. Okay, so starting off with the Hermit, people love that you don't need constant attention, you know, like you love like just going within and like keeping to yourself, but like there's also like a quiet confidence about that with you. You love your solitude, and you connect deeply to your inner truth because of it, and you have a lot of wisdom to share. You know, you go within and you like, you know, you process what happened to you, and you don't necessarily like need a whole lot of interactions from others, but when you do come back, you have a lot to share. You have a lot to teach others about the past and connect deeply to their own inner truth. And then for the 3 of Swords in reverse, maybe you've been through a lot of trauma or like a lot of heartache, but despite that, people love like how forgiving and loving you are. Like you learn from the past. You're not like, you don't hold on to grudges. You're not just like thinking it's going to happen over and over and over again to you, despite like how much trauma you've been through. Like you're allowing these like swords to like, even though they hurt you, to be, you know, gently released, like slowly, so that you could like recover and heal and teach others about you know, how to live their traumas and see past their oppositions and heartaches. But also they love like how sneaky you are. You might be a bit of a strategist, or you know, just really like, because we have the 7 of Swords, and then people might see you as like a really clever person. Like you might be sneaky, and you might have a way of like retelling, you know, certain situations, like for you to for them to have like a flair to it, or maybe a bit of a, you can persuade people with the way you tell stories, and like they love how witty you are and clever you are, because to anybody, like something happens in a day, and like you could totally reimagine it to like this fantastical story, and like they love your imagination. It's funny. Okay, so then we also have apricot, rejoice and laugh. So like they love how refreshing you are. Like you have a warm personality despite the pain of the past, you know, despite any disruptions that you've been through. You still decide to take risks, you know, like even if you like your quiet time, like you still don't like say no to differences or adventures, and you like stay neutral about it. So we have the color gray. It says learn to scan your body. So gray gives us an alternate point of view and provides others with strength while dealing with challenging situations that others might feel hopeless in. So like this reminds me of just like staying neutral despite the opposition, you know, like you don't allow things to like color your perception of how you truly feel about life, right? Others might try to sway you, saying like, no, this is how you should think, this is what you should believe in, because this is how I feel about it. But despite that, like you stay strong with like being neutral, being that common, like grounding yourself and saying like, no, like, okay, I'm hearing you out, but like that's your truth, you know, I'm gonna stick to mine. And like you're very like, you have a quiet confidence about that, and people love that about you. So then we also have I let go of the shadow of the past by seeing someone for the first time with eyes of love. So like this is going back to like the 3 of Swords in reverse, when, you know, like despite the pain that you've been through, you still remain optimistic about it. You still remain like idealistic, because you realize that in order to move forward, you can surrender the past and forgive the past and forgive others for not, having things go exactly as you wanted them to, in order for you to live fully now in the present without regret. So like you have a lot of wisdom and foresight because of that, and people really love that about you. And then we have a crystal card here. So it says kyanite. What is it? Blue kyanite. Forms along serrated columns. It's heavy vibe makes it a mindful choice for the 20 minutes in the morning, 20 minutes in the afternoon meditation set. So I guess it's good for meditation. So maybe people see you as like a reset button for them. And it says when to use it. When you find yourself drowned out by that mental noise, even the greatest thinkers need to be reminded, thoughts are thoughts, reality is reality. You can deal with it like an anxious chihuahua, or you can get down with kyanite and align to the moment with your calm and cool intact. Deepen your perspective. So I relate to this with like the Hermit card. You take that time to ground yourself, to stabilize yourself, to really take apart your thoughts and say, why is it I'm even thinking this? Why is this important to me? What significance does it have? And then like that really helps you get closer to your truth and find alignment within yourself. And people love how like calming you are and like stabilizing you are for them. So yeah, I hope this makes sense. Thank you so much for watching, and this is Terry. Yay. Thank you. Bye. See you next time.